Howdy folks, Monty here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Issue 125. I would do another 5, but it's interesting the format. Like, people are obviously watching them, but the longer format videos are just not getting the watches that the shorter format videos are getting. So, giving to the audience what it's asking for. Issue 125, which already marks itself as a beauty of orkiness if it contains what the cover image says it contains, which oftentimes with White Dwarfs, not always there. Sometimes hit and miss with regards to that. We start with Interzone, science fiction and fantasy. I wonder if I had some Interzone magazines. I think I might have. I was trying to find a magazine, which I'll probably need to do a narrative and actually show the magazines I found through that. Because as a boy, I wrote to a magazine, a fighting fantasy magazine, and got a pen pal from the Shetland Islands based on the, I don't know, it's just an introduction with my post office, I think my post office box address, maybe my home address. Must have been my home address, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, this kid from the Shetlands started sending me books, and I started sending him books, and it's quite an interesting friendship between two people that connected through a fighting fantasy magazine, which I was able to actually find, both PDFs and physical copies. So that is probably a video in and of itself when I get to it. Anyway, we have Ivan Bartlett, Dave Gallagher, James Johnson, William King, Rick Priestley, and Andy Warwick. And this is still being edited by Simon Forrest. So we're in May 1990. This is, I think, the month before I went to LA. So I realised the US White Dwarfs are the ones that would have the LA stockist that I purchased my miniatures in. So they are gone to the wind, unfortunately. But if I do find one in the future, I'll go through it and talk more heavily to it. But anyway, I passed them on to a guy in the Bay Area in maybe three large boxes, maybe 5 large boxes. They came to me in, I think, 5 large boxes. I passed them on in 3 large boxes. I kept the UK ones, but I gave away the US ones. So, lost the ages. Anyway, let's have a look through this issue. Games Workshop Fairfax. Oh, with big sticks. Whipping sticks, I think they were called. We have the staff. Games Workshop Fairfax. Looking very much like Games Workshop staff. League Days, Space Hulk, Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Fantasy. I'm sure these, I have actually been in a UK Games Workshop during a game in probably the early 2000s when I got a bonus with work and I bought a bunch of Chaos Marines, which obviously my friend Fred repainted. And it was actually interesting going in there and actually taking the blisters off the shelves and things like that, which were... it was just a rarity, and the kids that were playing were like, who is this man with his untamable wealth? Which was partially true, not fully true, but anyway. So we have Andy Chambers in this issue. Andy Chambers has appeared, I think, in a few other issues earlier, but this is where he gets a little write-up. Another new face in the design studio, Andy Chambers. So Andy Chambers, I think, did a bit of writing before he got to the design studio. So does it say that? Inspiration from Jez Goodwin. Miniatures and John Blanche artwork. Wow. He plays Space Marine in most of his spare time. Interesting. I think, have I met Andy Chambers? No, I haven't met Andy Chambers. An upcoming White Dwarf review associated with the fellow I have met. His name escapes me. Gaffthorpe? Gaffthorpe. I've met Gaffthorpe, but I haven't met Andy Chambers. So look at this. Tony Cottrell's beautiful models that he made himself. Birmingham painting clinics. Retail stores. These are the US Games Workshops, but not the stockists. I don't know if I had this magazine in Australia, but Ian Gibson writes for such comic talents as Ian Gibson was an author, but I'm wondering if he's a comic book author as well, or maybe it's a different Ian Gibson. Like Steve Jackson. There are 2 different Steve Jacksons. Oh, this looks very nice. Look at this. Great unclean one about to make himself very well known to this fellow. He hasn't quite cottoned on that he's got a huge... You'd be able to smell it, I would imagine. But anyway. Oh, yes. Great unclean one makes its way through this. So what is this? Now I get into it. Warhammer Fantasy roleplay characters. Now, Andy Border Prince's background taken from the novel Plague Deep. So this is A Warhammer fantasy roleplay game based on plague demons. Oh, look at this. Be interesting just to stumble upon a great unclean one in your adventure. So here we have Dark Elves, Marauder Dark Elves, and gosh, this is the Marauder Dark Elf Cavalry, not looking particularly Dark Elfish, but these guys do look Dark Elfish. And these on lizards or are these on horses? They look like horses to me, but it could be just that time in the morning. These definitely look like they're on lizards. Anyway. Oh, more Great Unclean One. More Nurgle Pestilence to enjoy. Plague Demon. Look at this, with rolls accordingly. It's a fast mover, the Plague Demon. The Dark Beneath the World. Andy Warwick, William King. Oh, these are some beautiful, beautiful pictures here. A lot going on, you know. Your eye focuses on it and it starts capturing detail. The Undercity of Carrick, 8 peaks. The Halls of the Ancestor. Interesting, interesting. Oh, that's a picture worth reflecting upon it for a few seconds. Look at that. Special location, bridges, or the bridge, aberration, well, Dark Beneath the World. I do love maps. This is the, I guess, probably the last, or the, the later times that these maps were used. Felix and Gotrek, who are two lauded characters in the GW mythos. And lots of other lesser characters, I'm sure. Well, the Chaos Troll, now that's a beauty. We have Minotaurs, and these are part of, obviously, the Realms of Chaos, because they have the wonderful borders to indicate that. Chaos Warbands of Minotaurs, look at this. Games rules for Minotaurs. Oh, here we go. Always love myself a Dragon Ogre, that one in particular. And so many modifications that are done to the original miniature. Here, an eagle and a sword, which is very nice. Another favourite figure. And a Minotaur looking very Minotaurish. Let's rotate this one so we can kind of get most of this. Look at this. So the making of it with wireframes and the filling out of it. Look at that. Interesting stuff. Minotaur Warband. Mark of Chaos, followers. Interesting. Campaign 1990. This was quite interesting stuff. Wooden Canvas, Stafford Way, Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes Wargame Society presents Campaign 1990. But, gosh, they got some GW artwork as part of it, part of their ad. I wonder how much you pay for a bit of GW artwork on their ad. I guess they must have had some connection to the White Dwarf to be able to pull that, I would think, in such a beautiful set of other artwork. Minotaur Followers Tables, look at this. Beastman Shaman, yes, they would be necessary to have for the Minotaur, although I'm not sure the Minotaurs would have much shtick with Beastman Shaman. A Beastman Hero, Minotaurs, so D6 Minotaurs, so 6 Minotaurs, and Centaurs as well. I like Centaurs. This is really my Rochi Oldhammer army of the Chaos variety. Because it has Minotaurs, and it has Centaurs, and it has a Dragon Ogre. Interesting, I might need to put this issue away, or aside, just to say this is the origin, the birth origin of this amazing army that Rochi was selling, and I picked up before really we started the heavy painting. Old Demon Awards 1990 Grand Finals on May, so this is May's issue, and actually advertising the Gold Demons of this year. Demonstration games of Space Marine, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, Mighty Empires, Battlefleet Gothic, Raven Armory, which of course features the weapons. The Sealed Knot, Knights of Outrember. I don't know Knights of Outrember, but anyway, it's a demonstration game. Participation games, Bring in Battle, artwork and miniatures, look at this. It's a beauty. Gosh, this is still the assembly rooms at Derby. This is the period that they had it at Derby. Epic Imperial Guard. I guess Derby is probably a, you know, I mean, it's I guess pretty well smack bang in the Midlands, but it's I guess, you know, in the middle of England at least. Essentials to read for people who like to wear steel helmets with bloody great big horns. Great big horns. Kerrang. Okay, I'll leave the subtitle on the Kerrang. It's a family channel, ladies and gentlemen. So where are we now? Epic Imperial Guard. Oh, some beauties there. You know, an Imperial Guard regiment. And a favourite piece of artwork. Independent stockists. Independent stockists in the US. Let's see. Are these was it Villa? No, it wasn't Villa Park. No, this isn't the full set of it, obviously. We'd be in California for a start, and that's not mentioned. It's Chicago and Burbank is California. But no, this wasn't it. The Last Grenadier. No. Specialist. Okay, so this isn't the full list, obviously. Another favourite image. Detachments. Imperial Guard Army list with regimental detachments. Another favourite image. I love the Thuckman. Oh my goodness. Epic conversions, or sorry, expert conversions, which are still epic conversions. Like that guy a lot. Heavy metal now. Heavy metal. Kev Adams was still around at this time, but not featured so heavily. Richard Halliwell, Sean Masterson. Dark Future. More Dark Future. I love these images. More Dark Future. Cybernetics. Fitting cybernetics. More Dark Future. Now we're into the mail order. Oh my goodness. Greater Demons of Slaanesh. Some beauties here. And of course, our favourite Great Unclean Ones. Not with the hand weapons. I wonder when the hand weapons came in. Oh, yes. The Great Chicken. And of course some Bloodthirsters. Looking very nice. The final page of Minotaurs. Oh, I remember these Minotaurs very well. I looked at them and wondered when will I actually be able to interact with Minotaurs? Well, I've been able to tick that box off my list. Anyway, ends with the fantasy fiction. This is coming out in this period. Another classic White Dwarf. If you like these videos, please like, subscribe, leave comments. Just generally interact with the community. It's great to see a large number of people discovering these videos again, or discovering these videos full stop. And I was going to review some other stuff this weekend, this Sunday, but I'm going to make do with the luxury that I have and get working on some of my other projects. So maybe another video for today. We'll have to wait and see. Tom Parbley in Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.